I play a lot of Wii games, and I mean a lot. And there are quite a few that I just can't stand playing more than 2 minutes of it before I just quit playing and move on. And I almost gave up on this title more than once. But this isn't like some unknown third-party game that nobody really cares about. This is actually one that people might actually want to know if it's worth your time or not. So I decided to push through the poor level design and frustrating controls and review this sucker hoping that it would get better. And in parts, it kinda did. Disney Universe is an interesting idea of a game. It basically tells the story of a virtual reality amusement park gone bad. I say it's interesting because I really can see this sort of thing happening at one of the Disney parks. Without the robots taking over, of course. At least not yet. This title is basically a LEGO series ripoff. If you've been living on a rock and never played one of the LEGO games out there, they all have the same type of gameplay. Unlimited lives, team play, solving puzzles, and cutesy, non-talking opening cutscenes. And this game had all of it. Only just like a copy, it's not as good. I only wish the experience wasn't so bland. It feels like the creators just took a look at the very successful LEGO series of games and said, yeah, let's copy that, and it'll be successful. Now, just to be fair to the publishers, it's not the first copy of the LEGO type of games. The Scooby-Doo franchise has been doing it for years now. The difference between those games and this one is the gameplay. They start you out on the Pirates of the Caribbean world, and it's one of the most frustrating, boring levels you'll ever play. The level is just too dark, and I don't mean in content, I mean visually dark. In fact, I don't think I would have been able to beat the very first level if it wasn't for the very helpful arrows, which will completely lead you by the hand the entire way. Now, of course, you can turn the brightness up. I like playing the game the way the designers created it. I don't like to cheat my way through games by making the brightness go up. So they intended me to play this game not being able to see this game. This title can be played with up to 4 people, and that was kind of cool. There were 6 Disney-themed worlds for you to play. Pirates of the Caribbean, WALL-E, Monsters Incorporated, Aladdin, Alice in Wonderland, and The Lion King. The most frustrating thing about this game was that there was actually parts of brilliance in the level design. I actually had fun playing the Aladdin and Monsters Incorporated levels. They were very entertaining to play, and either one of these levels should have been the very first world you played in the game. The Pirates level should have been one of those ones you unlocked. The controls were also problematic. It was a real problem when you're trying to maneuver anything on wheels. The thing would just go in any direction it felt like going, and you were lucky if you could get it to go where you wanted it to go. Each of the worlds you visit have 3 parts to visit. At the end of these parts, you'll find a guest in there that you're going to need to free in order to finish the level. But the level itself is broken up into 3 parts itself. The real object of the game is to collect as many of the Mickey symbols as possible, so you can move on to the next world, because it costs 2,000 Mickey symbols just to unlock another world. And thank goodness you can actually choose which world you want to buy next. Disney Universe is a problem for me. You probably get this, but I didn't like it. I think it had the potential to be a fantastic idea. The problem was the level design was so generic. However, there were worlds where it just felt like a completely different team was creating the level, as it was fun and exciting. I think the creators try to dumb down the LEGO concept of games too much. So I have to wonder, will young kids really like it? Hey little reviewer, what did you think of Disney Universe?
Maybe if you're super bored one day, it's a rent, but other than that, you should skip it. I'd rather do my homework than play this game.
I do agree with you, little reviewer. And I would put this on the border between rent and skip. There is some enjoyment in this title, but definitely not enough to buy it.